it's your Almighty Love here back again with another review, and today I'm taking a look at Tokyo Vice, which is a brand new HBO Max series created by J.T. Rogers and stars Ansel Elgort, Ken Watanabe, Rachel Keller, and it's also based off the book Tokyo Vice, an American reporter on the police beat in Japan by Jake Adelstein, which, as you know, is played by Ansel Elgort in the show. It's based off the book of the author of the same name, who Ansel Elgort plays in the show. And the premise of this, it's set in 1999. American journalist Jake Adelstein has relocated to Tokyo and must pass a written exam to have a chance to join the staff of a major Japanese newspaper. He succeeds in becoming their first foreign-born journalist and starts at the very, very bottom. Taken under the wing of a veteran detective in Vice Squad, he starts to explore the dark and dangerous world of the Yakuza. So, as you guys know or don't know, I am quite a sucker for anything Japanese related, I'm not like I don't go crazy with it, but I'm quite a sucker for anything Japanese, and I love anime, I love the culture, I love the food, and I love the movies, the American movies that are set in Japan, specifically my favorite being The Last Samurai and Lost in Translation. And there's gonna be a new movie coming out that's set in Japan that I am totally pumped for. They're directed by David Leitch, Bullet Train, which looks amazing, and I really can't wait to see that film. And this trailer came out actually 3 weeks after Bullet Train, and when I first saw this, I was like, this might actually be pretty interesting. So I checked it out, and it looked really interesting. And this actually might be good, even though the controversy surrounding with Ansel Elgort, which I won't really get into. I don't want to get into that part, but the controversy with Ansel Elgort and all that. I was quite excited to see this series and take a chance with it. And now the series has officially come out, and the whole episodes are out right now, so you could get a chance to see all 8 episodes on HBO Max. I was quite impressed with this show. I'm not gonna lie. I really was quite impressed with this, and I loved everything about what was happening in the show, specifically learning and understanding the underworld of the Yakuza, specifically what was happening in the 90s and how we see this viewpoint from the character Jake Adelstein and what was happening with these murders that were going on by the Yakuza during the 90s, which I thought was really fascinating, and it was really it was interesting to go deep into the Yakuza, and it's the first time that I've seen anything in a film that has to do with Yakuza. I've never seen a movie that really revolved around the Yakuza, and film or TV that revolved around the Yakuza, and this was the first time, and it was really just incredible. And the performances in this show are incredible. The talent in this, Ken Watanabe, Ansel Elgort, who else is Rinko K. I don't know how to say her. I don't want to butcher her last name, but she's an amazing actress, and she's in this show as well. You have really this great A-list talent of diverse, actors, from American to Japanese, and they all bring in their amazing, amazing performances. And Jake Adelstein, Jake Adelstein, played by Ansel Elgort, he is amazing in the show, and it was so amazing to see what this character was capable of, how far he was gonna go inside the dangerous zone, or shall I say the dangerous parts of the Yakuza as a reporter. It was quite interesting, and you never know when he's gonna. It was very intense. This show, it was very like it it had me on my edge of the seat because I didn't know what was gonna happen to to besides actually Jake Adelstein to all of these characters. I didn't know what was gonna happen to them. It was very intense. It was on the edge. I had myself on the edge of my seat, or shall I say, in the edge of my bed, or the edge of my couch, seeing what was gonna happen to these characters, and it was fascinating. It was fascinating. Now, well, not characters, these people. I don't want to say characters because the show is based off the real person, Jake Adelstein, and Jake Adelstein in real life. It was fascinating, and you never know when the person's gonna, or say Jake or any of the other characters gonna do anything wrong, or they're gonna slip into something bad. And it was a very interesting part of this show, and I absolutely loved it. And I also loved the whole vibe of the 90s Japan, late 1990s, before the new millennium. The vibe of it, the city is looks amazing. It's authentic, it's beautiful, the culture's beautiful, and you get to see sometimes like 90s, you get to see full on 90s culture in this, with the songs, with the clothing, with everything that's happening in this show. It's brilliant, it's beautiful, and I just loved everything about it. Even, like I said, Japan, not like I said, but Japan is a beautiful city, but there is some, but within that, there is a dangerous poison that goes within it that that happens in this show. They represent, you may you may think Japan is a beautiful city, but there's also a dangerous poison that happens within the yakuza and the underworld of this show, and it was so fascinating, so interesting, and I loved every moment of what was happening, and just overall this show was, it was so fun. It was a okay. It was fun in a way to explore, to see what was happening in Japan and what was going to happen in these characters, and it this is a type of show that, with crime dramas I don't really go crazy for, but this is the one exception I have with this one, because it's set in Japan. For one, it's set in Japan. It's based off a true story, and it's the underworld yakuza. So all those three things got me to really understand and appreciate this show for what it is. And from start to finish, I just adored this show to death. I definitely recommend it to anyone who loves Japan or loves crime dramas or anything like that. Yes, I know Ansel Elgort is in the show, and if you don't like Ansel Elgort or you don't care about this, then I don't know. But just give it a chance. I loved it. I think it was fun. I think it's enjoyable. I think you should get, honestly, I think you should get past the part with, whole Ansel Elgort thing. Just enjoy the show for what it is and have fun with it, because I enjoyed it and it was amazing. So I'm going to give the show a 9 out of 10.